I feel like there's some tension in the room. You know?
We got to talk about that.
We got to talk about the tension.
We can talk about that. We could talk about...
There's definitely some tension. You don't like
that guy, we can bring that guy up.
I feel like, you know...
Are you filming right now? Are we on?
Yeah, we're live. Okay. Everything's live, man. We're recording. We're locked in with Beanshooter. Yeah, you know, I just feel like there's been some tension among the Three Amigos. We haven't really been the Three Amigos anymore. I think it's just been me and Johnny Bart. And Bean's been hitting licks on Dunkin.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
is that
should we get rid of the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room is that you interviewed the guy, right? That he don't like. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So this is the guy that you exposed that wasn't friends with
anybody.
That he was supposed to be Whitey Bulger's hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then you exposed him.
Yeah.
And the whole world knows you exposed him. Media outlets were talking to you about exposing him.
Yes.
So people knew you exposed him. Then Ian had him on the show, right? Did you have him on the show? Did you interview him?
I had it. His episode comes out Wednesday.
Okay, and then did you speak about Beanshooter at all?
I didn't bring up Beanshooter, no.
Okay, did you bring about him being exposed at all?
We went over his whole story. That's what we did. So he was giving his story from his perspective.
Did you pull his card at all on anything?
I asked him questions that go with the timeline. It's not my interview style to say, hey, Beanshooter accused you of this on this date on this. Yeah. You know, it's not my place.
Right.
My place is to interview the person, and if they lie through the whole interview, then that's
That's how I looked at it with you. Like, I'm like, Ian probably looked at the James English interview and didn't care that this guy's a fraud and said, well, these little clips with this guy went fucking viral on all this bullshit about, you know, his kid murdered somebody and all these lies, and that's just it. It's just another thing with you where you'll, you know, for clicks or views or anything. So I get it.
Well, I just feel like my place is you interview the person, and if that's their chance to be honest, and if they're not honest in that second, you know, then that's their opportunity to share their story, and then the audience could look at Johnny or yours episode and, you know, think you're
draw their
lying
own conclusions
and that's the moral. Yeah. You know, like I want the audience to draw their own conclusions from the episode. So I'm interviewing the person, no matter what I think of the person, just as an independent party, just as if everything they're saying is true. Yeah. So that's how I conduct the interview, you know?
So I think, like, in Mike's defense, right? I said, because I always go to, so I'm really the mediator, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always the guy
like Gio.
Trying to be, like Gio, trying to be the voice of reason, though. But first off, Mike's a genuine guy. Mike believes that if I'm your friend, your enemies are my enemies too. So that's the way he feels. He's old school about that. Your thing, of course, is you're just creating content and obviously doing an amazing job at it, right? So, and I always say to Mike, that, you know, this guy is going to ask him questions that's going to make him look like a fool. You're going to see him and he's going to look like a fool. It's, you know, so when you invite open debate, I'm saying obviously that's on your side. And I gave you that you interviewed somebody that I found out later that you interviewed, and I was like, oh shit, he interviewed this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that could be construed as the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But I don't hold that against people. I just think people that do what they do on social media, people that they do, you know, in these forums like this, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we always expose ourselves to these comments. People can say anything they want about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we put ourselves out there.
Also, you got to understand too, I think it reflects more about who you spend your time with. Am I spending my time with those individuals? No, I'm spending my time with you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it would be more of a difference if I was going out, you know, with people that
breaking bread with them. So
it's a totally different. I'm just doing it from a business perspective. We're not going out to dinner.
Maybe I shouldn't take things so personal. You know, I mean, it was like a
but it's good. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing.
Like when I go, dude, he's a fraud. This guy, like, you know, I start thinking, you know, how do you sit with someone who you know this guy's a fraud? Like everything he said was a fucking lie, you know,
But at the end of the day, he does have a book out, and the publishers pushed it, and he's doing interviews and stuff, you know? So it's all part of the thing, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. Not everyone has the paperwork of doing 27 years or your paperwork of doing your time and stuff like that. And that's where the viewers, if you go on a podcast and you lie, that hurts you more in the long run because the viewers will weaponize that against you. People like you could use that interview and clip it and be like, look at this. This isn't true.
This
Check
guy
the
just
dates.
keeps lying, and it's working for him.
Listen, well, so you know what? That's good. And listen, God bless him. I mean, it's like everybody talks about Wes Watson. Like, he's
I
an
still don't
asshole.
know this guy.
Oh, dude, Wes Watson's a piece. I do not
So listen,
like Wes
so
Watson.
I met him anyway, right? So I will say this about Wes Watson. I mean, I just, and really we're just bringing this up to show an example anyway, but Wes Watson's this kind of in-your-face guy. You know, he got a Bugatti, got fucking supposedly a gazillion dollars.
We talked
He's like,
about him
You're
before,
a
right?
scumbag. You're a piece of shit if you're not in shape. How do your friends let you fucking get like that? You know, you want to be a man, you know, and he sells these programs to get in shape and to be a life coach or whatever he does. But in I've met him. I spoke with him in Miami.
Where'd you meet him?
I met him in Miami.
Wait, you talked to Wes Watson?
I talked to him. And the first thing I asked him was, you know, somebody had made a call. Andy from Creators Inc. had made a call, FaceTimed him, and we shot the shit. The first thing he said out of his mouth was, I'm sitting here, there's my Bugatti over there. Well, I didn't even say hi to the guy.
Yeah,
it's a $1 million car, right?
Yeah.
So, and listen.
Don't you hate those kind of fucking
I know, but we could say whatever we want, right, about everybody. But
Yeah,
now the
yeah.
guy is, obviously, he looks like he's doing very good. He's wealthy. He looks like he's financially stable. He's making money. He looks like he's making social media and these platforms work very well for him. But, you know, a lot of people had said to me that, you know, I think that, you know, he's a fraud. Like, so a couple people commented, a couple people said to me, the guy's a fraud, this and that. So when I met him personally, the first thing, he had 2 bodyguards with him. Johnny Yang was in what's this guy's name? He got all the gold. I mean, he was with
I don't know.
Jack, that other kid.
Jack Doherty.
Jack Doherty, the young kid was
Jack,
there.
yeah.
Everybody was there. So it was a bunch of celebrities and a bunch of people that are well known on these platforms. And Johnny Dang, I think that's his name. Johnny Dang? Is that Vietnamese guy? I think got the grills and stuff. Anyway, so he's there and he's with 2 bodyguards, Wes Watson. So, I mean, the first thing I said to him was I heard a lot of things that indicate that, you know, you weren't at penitentiaries, you were at camps. I'm saying...
Oh, he's another fraud.
Right. Well, that's the guy, Wes Watson. But what he said to me was, he goes, you know what? He goes, those are people that are hating. Those are people that don't know nothing. Those are people that, you know, he goes, listen, I love those people because all them negative comments, they're the ones that give me more followers, you know, give me more, you know, whatever the case may be.
How is he when the cameras stop rolling, though? When he's
There
not
was no
on camera?
cameras rolling.
So how is he? Is he the same? That
He's
he
the same
portrays
way.
himself?
He's just kind of a, you know, like... I mean, I spoke with him. Listen, I mean, you know, he didn't speak
But you
to
could
me
have talked to him in 2
disrespectfully.
seconds and knew if he was on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, but see, the whole thing is
decide to do
I
that?
don't have any experience in the state system.
Yeah.
That's where he was.
all right,
So
all right.
if it was the
Well-
feds, I would have said, oh, you were here this year? Who was
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
and
would've
here's the
known.
thing too. He was the first guy to come out like on YouTube as a white, well-spoken type individual to talk about prison content. So he kind of
all right.
established that market, talking about like anyone could have done that, even if they went to prison or not. Saying I could have done that if I
Yeah.
was that first guy. He just took advantage of the marketplace. What I don't like about Wes now, though, is I feel like he's taking advantage of people
Yes.
that don't have the mindset like you guys, self-made mindset to go out and get stuff. I've had guys on the show that are paying him $15,000
Right.
for his bullshit class.
Right.
And if you don't, if you get him on the horn and you say, "Hey, I want to do your class," and then you balk at the price, he bullies you until you do it.
What's his class now?
It's
Teach
like
how to-
this mindset bullshit.
Yeah, like
coaching
getting in
thing.
shape,
Yeah.
being a man, you know, being a real man, working out, how to live your life as a man, you know, I mean, but this is his thing on Instagram.
Yeah, that's his.
Listen,
hey,
we got,
like you said, he's making it work.
we got Jake Scally out there, right?
Yeah.
He bends over and tells you about, oh, man, you know, like and
Does
that's
his little skit
it's his
about
thing.
being, you know,
your thing
high
is,
on
hey,
drugs.
you can't park there. We did one today. Yeah, we laughed. It was a joke. That's things. You know, what is my thing? My thing is, I have a philosophy that I try to do one thing a day to make my mother proud, right? Some people might be, this fucking guy's bullshit, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be is, you know, so, you know, I you know, public speaking, you know, doing podcasts like this, you know, getting together and...
You know, all of his stuff's rented, though, Wes Watson.
So people have said that to me.
It is.
Right.
He doesn't
Well,
own anything.
cars,
Yeah, he
plane,
rents everything. Yeah. Which is also maybe smart in a business sense because he can write everything off, the houses and the content and stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like don't pull that whole tough guy. Like, just, I don't know. Be more
I don't know
humble.
anybody
Yeah.
that's anybody that was in prison for a long time, right? So me, for instance, right? Other people can tell you, like Ika can tell you, my friend, Mikey Tucker can tell you about like, oh, this guy was doing this. When he was in jail, he did this. He was the guy here. He did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't say that about myself because I think that's self-aggrandizing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's almost like it makes you look small when I tell you, I'm this guy. I think my reputation precedes me from before. So, and now what I try to do is kind of use humility as a currency. But that's my philosophy. That's my personal philosophy. That's what I do. That's what I believe. I don't know what works for Instagram. I don't know. But that's what works for me in my life. Am I trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on Instagram or 10,000 followers? Yeah, I'm almost right there. I'm on the cusp now. But, I mean, I'd like to have more followers. I'd like to sell more sweatshirts. I mean, at the end of the day, I've tried to monetize, apparel.
So we're all trying to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm saying so. And the thing is, but, I think genuinely that, I think people can gauge if you're genuine or not. And I think people have a hard time gauging if he's genuine. And a lot of people have said the same thing you said. I've had 4 or 5 people that are close to him say, you call this guy up and he berates you or you can't even get in touch with him. There's no follow-up. It's just the money. And then it's like, get in shape, asshole. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I meant to Google this guy last time. I can't believe I don't even know who the fuck
real
he is.
Watson
You know what I
fit.
mean?
I'm saying let's pump him up.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him. I
Instagram
follow
or
him.
YouTube. He's
on everything. He's big on YouTube, but he says YouTube's kind of died out. He's big on Instagram.
I had nothing against the guy. I asked him a question.
I've seen him, obviously. When it comes
he's
up,
jacked and tatted. The beard, the chains, but he's just cocky and stuff. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
He's not genuine. You guys are real dudes. That's why I asked how he was off camera. But I mean, I got a question for you, Johnny. So Jack Doherty, right?
Jack Doherty.
I watched some of his content, and I can't I feel like some of it's kind of like so out of touch. Like I saw his Christmas skits where it's like, oh, we got robbed, this and that, but they didn't get like it was silly. They flaunt this money that they have.
Right.
What's he like in person, off camera?
So what I will say about the kid Jack was, to me, he was very respectful. He was just, to me, I'm saying, he was just a young kid, right? He was very respectful. I think he was a little intrigued by my story. He had his streamers. He walks around with streamers. First of all, he come in with 3 rockets. I'm saying they were, young kids. They were like
Johnny, don't get yourself a new charge, man.
Yeah. I mean, they were over 18, I'm sure, but and
how old is he? He's a young kid.
He's
right?
young. He's like 20,
21
19,
or something.
21,
anyway,
something like
but
that.
he came in and he had his streamers there, and they interviewed me for like a half hour about my prison and my story in prison.
That clip was hilarious.
Yeah, that one clip that Andy introduced me to
You
him.
said, what were you in prison for? I saw it.
Yeah.
Of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why they cut that out.
Murder, right? Yeah,
I didn't know. I thought you asked them to cut
Me
it
too.
out.
I said to Johnny, why didn't you just say it?
I
He
didn't.
goes, I
No,
did.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I did.
I didn't
I
realize
don't know.
they cut that out. That was
I don't know
hilarious.
who did that or who edited it.
Yeah.
But to me, I thought it was pretty interesting and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm saying, because I said, hey, Andy, who is this kid? Have I been under a rock or something?
Was he cool, though? Did you let his guys out shoot the shit with you?
He was cool. He was a good kid. And, who else? When I was in Miami, I was speaking with NLE Chopper, right? Just another great kid. I spoke with him for a few minutes. I thought I'm into all his songs now. I like all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was just another great kid. Aubrey O'Day. I was in Miami talking with Aubrey O'Day. We were talking, she knows Renee Graziano from the Mob Wives, a friend we had in common. I was talking to Ray J. I'm saying I met all these people, and, a laundry list of people. And just all
What is that
interesting.
creators thing? I never heard of it until you posted it.
So it's Andy, right? Andy Bachman, and he runs a company called Creators Inc., and he's probably largest content creator on Instagram. And what he does is he manages people's pages, a lot of people that are on OnlyFans. He helps a lot of those people out to create content, to become, better content creators. He's a content creator. He helps people create content to maximize, content creation and to monetize it. And, everything he talks about is, when you're a content creator, how do you pay your taxes? When you're a content creator, so he's geared toward, content creation. And
Thanks for the invite. You get an invite? You got one of the biggest Instagram followings, and it must have got lost in the mail.
So, but you know what I always say? When I see people out to dinner without me, I never say, I just say, hey, I hope you had a good time.
When was the last time you paid for a meal? I'm not talking coffee or a biscuit. I'm talking like a.
When I bought your fucking lunch at New Deal, that might have been the last
when
time.
you took the girl out for dinner, right?
The last time was when we were in where were we in the Chinese place there?
Oh, Mr. H?
Yeah, Mr. H. John, he went in his pocket, you know.
So, Mr. Bean,
Yes,
what's going on with you, man? What's new with you?
Nothing. Same old shit. Just got my guy Mark Goodman, he's like my spiritual advisor right now.
I love Mark.
Lately, I've.
Oh, he's on the phone? Mark, you invaded. There you go. You invaded the podcast,
Get
kid.
a call, right?
What's up, brother? I love this kid.
The
He's
pride
great.
of South Boston right
is a
here,
good
Mark
kid.
Goodman.
Oh, I interviewed one of your guys' other Boston friends the other day from Charleston.
Charleston.
That's not Charleston.
He actually
That's
lives
Charleston.
in Charleston.
That's Charlestown.
Is it
That's what Jake's
Charleston
from.
or
Jake
Charlestown?
Scally's
What
from
is it?
Charlestown.
You know what I'm talking? You know that guy?
Who was it?
Who's that guy? Joe Lawler. You guys are friends with him. He posted on my thing.
What?
You know who I'm talking about, Johnny Bart?
No, Joe
All right.
Lawler.
Yeah, Joe Lawler, Joseph Lawler.
He was the one. He
You
was.
commented on his Instagram.
He was
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that was doing the little like crypt dance or something. He did something with
No, that's
yeah.
Juno.
Juno.
Yeah.
That was him.
Yeah.
I actually know the kid. He's doing something with the kid Devin. I was friends with his
Yeah,
father.
Devin.
Yeah.
Devin. It was also with him too.
Yeah.
I
They
like
have
the
a
kid Devin. I
podcast
don't really
going on
know
and
the
stuff.
kid. The kid Joe. Really. I
So,
don't really
Bean,
know.
what's going on with you? Have you faced any backlash for coming clean about the Dunkin incident?
No, that's been all right. But the Instagram, I've been going through some shit. But yeah, you know what? That when I told that Dunkin Donuts story with me, the video I made stealing the bread.
Yeah.
I guess when I was wearing that mugshot shirt, it was like blurry because
Yes,
it kept like
it went out of
focusing on
focus.
Gio's face.
Who's that?
My
You know?
friend Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah, we invited Stacy on the podcast for
So
one
do I.
minute.
Stacy's mom has got it going
Fountains
on.
of Wayne. Fountains of Wayne.
Fountains of Wayne.
But yeah,
All right.
the banana bread story was I stole some banana bread in Dunkin Donuts, and sometimes I steal things. I try not to. I try to live a clean life.
We check pockets here though, and we
Yeah.
got cameras
No,
everywhere.
but the
Listen, I
stuff's
already
free.
I got 3
The
bags
stu-
of mackerel.
if you
The
put a
whole
price
ship-
on there for $1,
Ian,
he'd have stole it
Ian,
all.
do you still eat canteen stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
So I've made prison cold nachos for my friends.
Oh, so
the
good.
cold nachos. They love the cold. Well, they didn't. They thought it was gross at first, and then I gave them the cold nachos, and they liked it with the mackerel
Yeah.
and the honey to top it off for the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. I've made
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, BLT pizza with the tortillas, lettuce, tomato, the pre-cooked bacon that you throw in the microwave,
Yeah.
and some ranch dressing for the salad dressing. And then one time I got home on a late flight. This was like beginning of last year. I was hungry, didn't have anything in the house but some ramen that I was using as a prop for a skit.
Yeah.
So I did the ramen, little tiny bit of water, some mayonnaise, hot sauce, ate that.
Yeah.
That's a good meal right there.
I can eat that, but then
Yeah.
afterwards your stomach is just, but it tastes so good.
I know.
So,
going down.
what were your guys' thoughts of seeing my prison cell, which we'll show everyone after this
awesome.
interview? We'll do that.
Yeah,
what
we
did you guys think of
got
the
to
prison
we
cell?
got to go up there and do a skit.
Yeah, we'll
That's what
definitely
we
do a
gotta
skip. But what do you guys think going into that?
It brought back flashbacks, especially the cabinet with the canteen in
Yeah.
it, and
All the canteen items.
and not the bars so much or the bunk, but seeing like that stainless steel toilet, like what the fuck, right?
I paid $1,000 to get that toilet in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I paid $1,000.
Yeah.
I had that shit FedExed. So it was $450 on eBay. I was bidding back and forth to get this
Really?
thing.
A little bidding war for it.
It was a bidding war for this prison toilet. And then $550 for shipping. So I get it here. It comes on a big FedEx truck on a pallet, screwed into the pallet.
No way.
Saran wrapped. Everyone's coming outside, these businesses, because there's this giant truck in the parking lot. And this pallet comes down, and everyone's trying to figure out what it is. And we're sitting there unwrapping it and unscrewing it. And it's a stainless steel toilet in the middle of the parking lot. And
are they
people are
thinking?
like, what is going on?
They don't. Well, they must all know who you are now, right?
We get a bad rep around here that, people are called building inspectors. The music lady next door ran out. She said we were making too much noise, all this stuff.
Really?
We're just doing our thing. We're out of our way, We're
Yeah.
not bothering anyone. So.
No.
Yeah. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
Everything is beautiful up here, though. Man. You
building
did a great
inspector's
job.
Better than you
Balls?
guys expected, huh?
You did a great
Yeah.
job. Amazing.
I immediately started eating fucking, whole
Free
shebangs.
food.
The whole shebezies,
Oh, man.
If anyone's ever had the whole shebang chips, I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This is, I like this is my creative space. You see The Office. You see like we play video games, we do this. We used to have a table in here. We got rid of it and did this chair look.
That's
it's
great.
more
I love
comfy.
this. This is great.
Yeah, it's just a cool spot. You know, it's our hangout zone.
You grew up in this area?
Yeah, I grew up. My parents' house is right down the road. My dad's gonna come to dinner with us.
Yeah, you see his dad
Yeah,
was
of course.
here.
He's
earlier.
a big fan of Johnny Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah, he watched both your interviews, but he likes Johnny. He likes the
Good
merch
stuff.
and stuff.
Johnny did real good, the interview, right? How many?
It's almost at 250,000.
More than 250,000.
Oh, it's past that now?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But your clips did better than his on TikTok.
Yeah.
All your clips went really viral.
Why is it?
I think it's your accent for the clips.
All right.
Yeah. And your set was better. His set was like more white in his apartment.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler if we did his.
Oh, the backdrop?
Yeah, the backdrop. Yeah.
So we have our strengths and weaknesses, Mike.
But also,
we do.
his episode, I think, did better on YouTube because you've told your full story before on others. He hadn't really. He had done like a couple interviews, you know? So it wasn't like the same. So.
Yeah. Everything's different.
what
Different
about my boy
experience.
B. Luke? You follow B. Luke?
Who's B. Luke?
B. Luke is the kid that does the podcast,
Yeah.
the Bounce Back.
Yeah. Good kid.
Yeah.
I just
You know
followed
what?
back on my new Instagram page.
We might go.
Beanshooter's
We might
Gallery.
go. We should take a trip and see him and hang out with him for a day.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Why
I think
not?
that'd be a good idea.
Who's that?
B. Luke, he's on. If you go B. Luke 617 on YouTube, on Instagram.
B. Luke. Let me look him up.
Yeah, he's a podcaster, just a kid from
You
Boston.
just got a lot of guys getting out of jail
Yeah.
and ex jail guys too on his podcast.
Hey, so what do I got to do to get a sandwich named after me at that place?
What place? Oh,
The
New
place
Deal?
you took me to.
The New Deal.
New Deal.
Yeah, Tommy just got back to me. Tommy Garino. He said he's with his family. You know what I'm saying? So,
Tell him to walk away.
yeah.
What does he
I
think
mean-
this is?
Yeah.
I mean,
We're not Wahlberg.
Yeah,
exactly.
listen,
You know,
Exactly.
if
So,
Wahlberg
I mean-
was calling,
Oh, yeah.
sorry guys, I gotta go. It'll be
Yeah.
middle of
Listen,
Thanksgiving
yeah,
dinner.
So here's what you do, right?
100%.
That's why you never say, I never told anybody, oh man, you didn't invite me. I realize the omission and I just go from there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I
I hope you
found
guys
B.
enjoyed
Luke.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny actually did invite me to the. Or at least say, "Do you want to come with me when you were going to L.A. or something?"
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying
he
you
might
know,
have
you
even
can always
extended
come.
an invite. But you know what I said? I go, I don't want to be a third wheel. Like they invited you, go to this thing. Like, you know.
And then Mike, the good thing that Mike has, Mike is skeptical about everything, right? Which is great for me because he's the sounding board, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, in the same vein that I said that, you know, he's just so genuine that if you're his friend, your enemies are his enemies, right? But he's always like, I don't really know about this. I don't know if this is right. Let me take a look. You know, I got to really look. And I don't know if there's many followers and not many
how
likes.
many views
you know?
they get and this, that.
So,
I'm
yeah.
always
So-
looking at people like, I don't know, this guy might be a fraud, or this guy
Right.
might be not them, so to speak.
Right, no, but I'm
Obviously-
saying just in general, anybody I've ever brought, I've said, well, what about this guy? I don't know. So he starts off skeptical, whereas I start off a believer and become skeptical. He's skeptical and
Yeah,
then
like
becomes a believer.
like even when he went down there with the Creators Inc. people, obviously this guy has a lot of OnlyFans models, and I don't know if he's their managers, so he's obviously making money hand over fist. I don't. So I'm like, well, why would this guy have to, help people create content if he's managing all these? Because if I had fucking 300 OnlyFans models under my belt and I'm making
300,
a piece.
That's a
nuts.
great business.
Yeah,
But I'm
well,
saying, but
yeah.
just think about
whatever
it.
he is, 1,000, 2,000,
It's a
right?
great business,
so
though.
This
He
guy,
manages
this guy's crushing it. So he doesn't have to.
90% of
he-
the top 1%.
So I'm like, why is he saying he's gonna? And he had a little clip with Johnny or someone who works for him, like, oh yeah, your Instagram next year at this time you'll be at 8 million followers. I'm like, and Johnny said it in the clip. He goes, well, that's a lofty.
Yeah.
That's a lofty statement or whatever you said, right? Which it
Bold
is.
prediction.
Yeah, prediction. Yeah, it's a bold. That's a bold
No,
prediction.
I told Johnny, did I not, when we first talked, you'll be at 10,000 in a couple months.
Yeah.
I told him out the
I
bat.
got- yeah,
He
today.
was trending good.
190 something I need.
Yeah, he was
There you
trending
go.
good.
But not only that, but I will say that because I know Andy personally, and I know the people at Creators Inc. I would say that, just think about this. If you're creating more content and better quality content, then
Can't hurt you. Yeah.
it's going to help you.
Yeah, can't hurt you.
It's going to
Can't hurt
help you. It's going to help build your
I
business
mean,
and
Johnny's
build.
Johnny's there jumping off a fucking yacht into the ocean. I mean, obviously,
it's real.
These people,
He's living the life, man.
these people are doing something right.
Yeah.
Whatever they were, I'm just, I'm always like,
But, and,
like
you know-
he said, always a little skeptical of everybody. Like, well, why is this guy got to do this if he's, If he's doing
So
all
and
this,
I know
I'm just
that
crazy.
it's my Nick
And, like-
Verano's friend, so
And like this guy, and then like he said something to me too, like
automatically has clout.
people will say about him, oh, this dude, he read. I go to John, who gives a fuck? The guy's a white collar fucking criminal. Like, even if there was some shit, and he did something in his case, like Johnny bounced on me, like, oh, people say this. I go,
People
really,
always
really,
talk.
I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you,
People always talk. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like,
saying? And-
like because people want to shoot you down too. Like,
Listen.
oh, why you want to talk to him? This guy's a rat. This guy's
Yeah,
like,
and
I mean,
you know what? Somebody had said that about. I went to a restaurant in Miami, right? It was what was the name?
what was the name?
Yeah,
of it?
the Satai, Jaya at the Satai. So my friend Gio got like phone calls saying, "Oh, that's that Rat's restaurant. What's he doing there at the Rat's restaurant?" Number one is, who knows who owns the restaurant? Number one is, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying the owner's not going to be coming to say, "Hey, sit down, have a drink with me, be my friend," in a Miami restaurant. But the end of the story was it was the wrong restaurant.
People are so
The
quick.
name was similar.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's so, I mean.
Hey, speaking of Florida, did you bring up me to Stuff and Joey Merlino? Because they hit me up a few days after you left.
Oh, yeah, well, I
Yeah.
probably talked to him about
Yeah.
him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I got because they hit me up to come on the show, but we haven't worked it out
Great.
yet. But
Awesome.
You know what?
Yeah.
I forgot to talk to him about that. Remember that scam podcast that tried to get me to go on?
Oh,
in
fucking
Vegas?
yeah, yep.
And I forgot to. I said something to Snuff about it.
Why? Because they brought it up.
I
I think he went on it, right?
What? Yeah, they went on it.
Yeah,
They
Really?
got conned. They got
Yeah,
conned,
they
right?
got. Did you tell him that he got caught?
I told Snuff, and he was acting like I talked to him when I was with him.
Yeah,
we
they
didn't
probably
talk
don't.
about
It's
it. I
probably
talked to him
a-
over the phone about it. I go, dude, that dude's a fucking fraud. What's that guy's name?
Sean Michael Kelly.
Sean Michael Kelly.
Yeah.
How does he do it? Like, some people will get the fake
He
likes.
pays
like,
for
oh,
views.
Yeah, pays for views
Yeah,
and likes.
he
or
pays
whatever
for
it is.
views. Yeah,
Just a big fugazi.
yeah, it's a fugazi. Some people want to pay to be famous and be in that crowd.
Yeah.
He had some big names
Yeah, you
on, but
trick
he
people.
probably pays them.
You trick some people. Some people see it and they go, you
Wow,
know.
look at this. It gives it credibility.
Yeah, yeah.
Gives it credence.
'Cause that's
yeah.
the first thing I look, views
Right.
and likes.
And I look who was on it.
But
And if they have their
but then you
likes
see
hidden or
comments,
anything?
they can't get the comments.
I
So it'll
know.
be like a ton of views and likes. It'll be like 6 comments. I'm like, wait a minute.
Doesn't make sense.
You know,
Yeah.
there's always something that doesn't add up that you can tell.
Something
you know?
stinks in Denmark.
Yeah, there's something rotten in the state
Something
of Denmark.
rotten.
So what kind of
Country.
what kind of prison skit are we going to be doing today?
State of Denmark is the state.
What's the director Beanshooter? What's
What
the
are we
prison
doing today
skit?
up there?
Maybe I'll do some dips on the edge of the bed.
Oh, maybe you know what? We'll
Take the
have
shirt
we'll
off,
have
do some dips.
We'll
on the
have
edge of the
Jake
bed.
nodding out, and we'll say,
Yeah.
what the hell is this guy doing?
Well,
Who the hell
maybe
is
I'll
this
drop
guy?
a deuce in the toilet and have Johnny up at the window with his fucking.
Yeah.
Do you ever have to do that?
Of course.
Oh, so you ever in a cell and someone else taking a shit?
Yeah, we didn't have a window though.
Yeah, in Billerica, the House of Correction, the cells were like closets, and you're
Nice.
watching so much, and you have to do it. It's like
Put the
people-
sheet up, string it across.
Wait, when I was in South Bay, I was in a class action lawsuit. They didn't have toilets in
Oh,
the
yeah.
cells. We had buckets.
Shit buckets.
Yeah, we had the buckets.
Salem,
And,
same thing. Salem jail. But I wasn't there. But
And I was part of a class action lawsuit with the buckets. And then I got the money, and it was taken from me because I was such a piece of shit that I owed fucking a bunch of money to child support.
I don't
and
believe that.
Yes,
How did they not have buckets?
they had.
No, they
I
buckets.
mean,
had
how did they
buckets.
not have toilets?
You don't-
Sorry,
but-
how did they not have toilets?
Ian.
Salem was just
Ian.
an old.
That's the most
jail.
ridiculous
Ian.
thing I've ever heard.
They would put you in a cell with bars and give you a 5-gallon bucket. And that was what you pissed and shit in.
The
And then
enemy-
twice a
Ian.
day, they would let you dump it.
Hey,
It's a
Ian,
shit bucket.
the
You never
enemy
heard
wa-
of getting shit bucketed?
The enemy.
Dudes used to walk by, get shit bucketed.
Hey, the enemy wants you shitting in a bucket. Ian.
Yeah, that's it.
They don't want
The
you doing
enemy.
the locked-in bucket.
The ops.
The enemy.
The ops, yeah.
The ops.
The enemy wants me shitting in a
Yeah,
bucket.
you never heard of anybody getting shit bucketed?
No, but speaking of the enemy, what's going on with your Instagram, bro?
Oh,
you made
you
some
gonna start?
You made some enemies, bro. Who did you piss off? Did you screw someone? You know what?
Listen, I'm
Zuckerberg has a Colombian chick. You banged her.
Listen, I'm telling you what.
might be it.
Zuckerberg's wife might have Beanshooter tattooed on her ass for all we know.
might be it.
Listen, it's so bad that I am shadow banned now till the beginning of March. I was locked out of my page for 30 days. I can't go live until January 1st, 2026.
Really?
Yeah.
A
really.
year?
A year.
Wait, you were going live a lot on that page?
No, never.
Oh, so they took away your live privileges? You
And
don't
it
even
didn't-
go
it
live?
didn't matter.
But the shadow ban's the worst. You just lose. Instead of gaining fucking 200 to 800 followers a day, you lose.
So
150,
listen, I got to
100.
be honest with you, Bean. When he told me, I've always thought shadow ban's a myth, right? So Johnny Bart tells me, hey, you can't collab with Bean. He's shadow banned, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, Johnny, he just got out of prison. You know, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I let it slide, right? I brushed it to the side. You guys keep talking about the group chat. I'm hearing all the voice memos, this and that. And then when I go put up that clip and I search your name,
Can't find it.
well,
There's a shadow
the
on
name
it.
pops up, but there's a shadow. I'm like, holy shit, this guy knows more than me about this shit.
Yeah.
Shadow ban's real.
Fucking
real.
real
They
as a
took away that
motherfucker.
feature.
Yeah, you can't search
That's
me. Like
crazy.
if you don't follow me and you type in my name, even if you got 100 of your friends follow me, it won't come up. You got to type in the whole thing, Beanshooter 69.
They did my boy dirty.
They did. So I started another page, Beanshooter's Gallery.
It's at 10,000 already, right?
12.
14.
12.
14.
Can you
14.
post a story on the other one to promote that one, or you don't want to risk it?
Yeah, I do. I'll put up a thing saying follow my other page. I do it a lot, so I've been trying to direct some traffic to that page. But it just sucks because I was at 291. I would have been at 300,000 by January 1st, and now I'm at 296. You know, when your shit don't hit the explore page and people can't send you stuff around, that's the thing with Instagram. Your unfollows will always stay the same, but you'll get like 800 follows in a day and you'll get 100 unfollows, so it pans out. But when you're not getting the new followers, just every day you're getting the unfollows.
What do you think it was the video that did it in for you?
We know it. We know which one it was.
was
Really,
it?
it was
No,
one that was on another page that he reposted, and it stayed on the other page, but they shadow banned him for
I
it.
didn't even. I put it on my story, and it got so many people report my shit. I think, and man, Instagram just with the AI stuff, you appeal it, it's just like maybe 1 out of fucking 50 appeals, they'll be like, all right, yeah, we put it back up. But even if I got something taken down and it was harmless and they put it back up, I take it down because, it could get taken down again. People are going to report it. And
Yeah, TikTok demonetized me for unoriginal content in January. All my shit's original. I make all my own content. How are you going to demonetize me?
yeah, you got it back, though. You want it, right?
I didn't get it back. I lost it. Because,
Shut the fuck up.
You know why I lost it? Because they were going through, they stopped their operations
Right. They just
during
said,
this. Yeah,
no matter what happens, it's already done.
Yeah, they didn't respond to anything because of all of this, like what was going on with the ban and
So you're not
stuff.
making money off TikTok right now?
For this month, but January 27th, I got reinstated, so it's 7 days. But they screwed me for January. I'll have 3 days to make money. I'm going to have 1/5 of what I would normally make on TikTok. But how are you going to? And there's no bots.
No
there's
proof, no nothing. There's nothing
just
they can point
unoriginal.
to.
And they say, when you go to appeal it to the higher level, they didn't even respond to the email because they were all like system operations down.
Yeah.
YouTube is the only one that's good about responses, or Meta if you pay for the service.
No, because I paid for mine, and even on this new
They
page.
don't like you, Bean.
Listen.
You're a whole
I'm
nother
thinking
story.
there's somebody in Meta that's not a big
Big
Beanshooter
bean
fan.
shooter
It's got to be someone in Boston.
There's a Meta office in Cambridge. I found out.
We
Yeah.
we
Look at
believe
Ian, really?
that.
Big
We're
smile.
stopping over there.
Yeah, the plot thickens.
Hey, you know the guy Joe I was telling you about, Joe Lawler?
Yeah.
He was in prison playing handball with your buddy, the Italian guy that we're trying to get on the show, Ricky or what's his name?
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, Richie Gillis.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
friends. They play.
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
handball
yeah.
partners
Richie's
in the
a real
feds
good
in
guy.
up
Richie's
in.
the best.
He was in what's the place? Allenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Were you
were
in
together tonight at the
Allenwood?
No, I
Golden
was never
Gloves.
in Allenwood.
You're
no.
oh, they
no.
didn't want to keep you over
No,
there?
I was in
It's a good song,
Pennsylvania.
though.
I was
Allenwood.
in
Isn't that a song?
McKean, Lewisburg, Fort Dix, and Schuylkill.
Fort Dix. Good spot.
Oh, that's Jersey though. That's
Yeah.
not Pennsylvania.
What's the Billy Joel song? Allenwood?
Allentown.
Allentown.
I'm living here in Allentown.
So how was the car ride up today? Anything fun
We were in a
happened?
Benz, kid.
I'll tell you what, Johnny's got a brand new Benz, and in seeing that it's Martin Luther King Day and the day of Trump's inauguration, right? Kind of ironic that it's on Martin Luther King Day. Trump, not in a bad way, just that so many people aren't fans of Trump, but obviously he has a ton of people. But the highway was wide open, so it wasn't bad. But I realized how far you got to drive when you come down to see us. It's and you're lugging all your equipment. It's a fucking jaunt.
It's a hike.
Jaunt,
It's a hike.
all the way to Revere.
a
When
hike.
you hit traffic too.
It was a holiday, so it was pretty cool. We didn't have no traffic. We're in and
Johnny's
out.
got this thing where he doesn't like the heat.
What do you mean the heat?
The car's like a fucking sitting on a block of ice. I'm like, Johnny, these cars have heat, right? My fucking toes have frostbite. I'm like, what
That's
are you
cool.
doing?
You got yourself a nice thing though, like a nice gift.
That was it. Yeah, it was my first big purchase. So I traded in. I gave my Honda back to the finance people who are friends of my brother, and they became friends of mine. And they were gracious enough to just take it back with no penalty. Mm-hmm. And I had my man from Accurate Collision, my man, the John Gaudier Auto Body, Adam, and hooked me up with his guy down there, and I ended up getting a nice used car. It's not a brand new one. It's 2021. It's a nice 420.
It's really nice.
Really.
Do you ever? I mean, obviously you
all
think
blacked out rims.
Obviously you think like this, like we all think, right? And not that you care what people think.
I do.
But
we all do.
We all do. I do. I'm like when people
do.
put comments, I'm like, what the fuck? This guy said. But like probation or anything, like, oh, what's this guy? You think this guy's back? Doing fucking criminal activities.
Yeah.
He's driving a Honda. What's he do for work? Oh, well, he doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's got a Mercedes. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's easy to get a nice car now.
So it is really not for nothing. But here's the thing too. The Honda was 27 grand, right? This one was 34 grand.
Yeah.
So
what's your monthly payment?
So I put a big chunk down, so it's only $300 a month.
That's good. My monthly payment's $900.
I put a big chunk down though.
I got an SUV, Rogue.
So listen, I had a good
negative
year
equity
with,
though.
People like to buy my apparel. That's
no, you've created a successful merch company.
Yeah. So it's it's amazing, right? And I mean, it's a blessing. I always say people want to wear something with my signature on it.
No, I give you credit. I mean, like me, I have
Tremendous.
hundreds of thousands of followers and listeners. You know how much we do in merch revenue? We did $30 last month in merch revenue.
So,
really?
So listen, just to give you an idea of what I did in merchandise, just to give you an idea, and this is honest to God, I'm being completely transparent, my bill at my silkscreen company was almost $80,000 this year.
Wow.
That was my bill. That's what I paid.
So you figure you triple.
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's triple, quadruple in that.
Yeah.
80 grand.
Wow. $240 a year ain't bad if you.
But see, that goes to show you that everyone has their thing.
Yeah.
Like that's why I know my podcast is my thing. Right. Anytime I try to go branch off, like I've thought about, let me start streaming. Like, let me play Xbox on the stream. Let me be one of those streamers. I'm like, whoa, I got to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Kai Sinet.
Yeah, that's never going to be me. I have my thing. You have your thing, you know? What we're doing right now, we're just having fun. We're three. Well,
hopefully
fun.
we can find other avenues as well.
Well, that first episode did well on your YouTube. I think that's the way to keep pushing forward. And you got to just post daily on your YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing on my YouTube.
Yeah, we're going to do a YouTube and a TikTok too. We got to get on this TikTok.
But I'm saying, Mike. So I think that the strategy would be, I'm going to start posting all of our stuff on YouTube. I'm doing shorts every day. I posted the one thing. Maybe you should do the TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the revenue from that. I mean, my whole thing now is...
And then the thing is whatever I get from... Obviously, that's not monetized yet, but I'm saying we split it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can figure that out, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not tripping. I'm more, this is fun, hanging out with you guys, and I wanted to give back because you guys both came on my show, returning the favor,
And... You really wanted to settle things with this guy.
I had to settle things. I had to take him to dinner tonight.
We're not done.
Hey, there's a $25 limit for you tonight, Johnny. You got whatever you want.
And
Bean, you're capped at $25.
Listen, and we're going to some Italian restaurant, right? Huh?
I'm still waiting for my friend to get back to me.
You getting the bill at the Italian restaurant too?
I'm not like you guys.
whoa.
I've never seen anything like it where you guys just get free shit. It's shocking.
No, listen, let me ask you a question.
I got to go do 30 years in the pen.
Listen, hey.
This is crazy.
Listen,
I pay for everything.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. When you go to a restaurant, right? When people go to restaurants, I'm saying, is it a myth or do they actually charge you for the food?
I heard that some people...
I thought you just leave a tip and you're good.
I heard that there's some people actually...
You got to pay for food?
That's why he's got that gold, right? The gold card?
Oh, you pay for it?
My food bill last year for hospitality, for guests and everything was $18,000.
Mine was $0.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about to be $19,000.
It's about to be
this is a new year, so you're my first big dinner of the year. No,
Nice.
but like you go and like me and Matt talk about it all the time. Like we spend locally. You would think, all right, here's a
These people must hook you up.
No, nothing. Bean, I went in. You see the bar I built over there?
Yeah, I said someone's going to come in and get drunk, and you're going to get rid of that.
No, we put it's certain characters that'll come in, certain groups of people that we have that are our friends that'll just start, drinking it. But listen, so I go in the liquor store, right? Spend $500 for the first batch, go in the second day, another $400, and then I go in the third. The owner wasn't there the second day. He was there the first day. And so I just go in the other day to refill the Jack Daniels. And I'm like, hey, just so you know, I came in the second day, got more stuff, show him the picture of the bar, full price for everything. Not even one bottle on the house. I just spent $1,000 over there. I don't even get one bottle for free.
I bet if you shouted them out on your fucking shit, they'd fucking...
It's crazy. But, last year when my car got towed in Danbury because of the snow, I pulled up to the lot.
Snow van, you were parked on the street or something?
Yeah, but it was silly, and I didn't even get the alert. Now I have the alert. And the guy was like, I watch your TikToks, man. Just don't say anything bad about me. And he gave you the tow for free.
See, that's how it should work.
That's a solid play.
Yeah.
And then I made a TikTok talking about the situation. It went viral, like 500,000
And the guy's like, wow, see that?
And I shouted out his lie. I said, shout out to this person.
What would it cost? $150
yeah,
for a tow.
crazy.
What I could say is,
smart business move on his part.
What Mike got a lot of people that, take care of him and stuff. But I mean, when I go to the North End and I got two of my friends, Frankie DiPasquale and Nicky Verano. I go to their restaurants and sometimes they, don't charge me. Most of the times they don't.
Sometimes.
Listen, but I'm saying that is because they're fucking sweethearts. They're great guys, and they're.
I could use that pork chop right now.
The pork chop is amazing. If you go to Umbria in the North End, the pork chop.
You never think you'd like a pork
no,
chop
it's
in an Italian restaurant, right? You don't think a pork chop. Oh my God!
It has balsamic crystals on it, right? That I swear to God, it'll change your life. It's revolutionary.
Yeah.
Mike, I got a picture of Mike eating one like this, in the middle of the restaurant, gnawing on the bone.
Pork chop.
But they're just great people. The DiPasquale family, the Verano family.
I'm just saying, when I have clients here, everyone, either the first one's on the house or you hook them up. You hook people up that are doing business with you. You know, you don't whack them full price every single time.
Get the appetizers.
I'm sure if I asked you for a hoodie right now, you would give me a hoodie. I bought hoodies.
Yeah, of course.
I said I was going to buy hoodies. Gave him, a good amount of business in hoodies, and if I asked him for one here, take the
I
hoodie.
I gotta get you on the wholesale list with somebody.
A wholesale.
I gotta get you on the wholesale. Make some of your stuff wholesale. What are you paying?
Oh,
we gotta talk.
Mine's cheap. My merch is cheap. Pay $24 for a hoodie.
Maybe that's how they do it up here in Danbury. They just don't show any love.
I'm not pushing hoodies. Yeah, I'm moving out.
No, I mean the booze, paying full price.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This and that. I can't believe it.
It's crazy.
Maybe you're like our local kid makes good. Like you're fucking big.
Yeah.
People know you in other countries. Especially with TikTok and YouTube, right? People know you fucking everywhere. You think they would show you some love over here?
Mike, I go to other states, always showing love, taken care of. I was at a restaurant in Florida, right?
Yeah.
The waiter recognized me, watches my show, brings out a round of appetizers on the house, and then hooks us up with dessert on the house.
Yeah, and around here you can't get a free fucking sandwich.
That's crazy.
No, really, it is. It is kind of bizarre, to be honest with you.
I can't get a sandwich, man.
Yeah, maybe you should start trashing them. Maybe that'll change.
No, I'm not like that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna go back. Like the guy tonight shows that we're going to his place. Always shows me love. Friends with my dad too. Great dude, and I always send business to him. When I have guests, I say, go to this place.
How's the food?
Great. Best pizza. It's wood-fired brick pizza. Stanziato's in Danbury.
Stanziato's. What else they got?
Everything. Best wings. They got nice Italian dishes. They got good drinks. They got everything. You don't drink, do you?
Yeah.
Or?
No. I've been over.
We don't drink.
Almost 12 years.
And my friend Pepe just texted me and says he's out of town. He goes, I wish I would have known earlier.
Who's Pepe?
Strip joint?
Pepe's the guy in the strip joint.
Oh, so you guys aren't even going.
Johnny's selling us a dream.
Well, you know what?
You're going to get
selling
poor
us
Daddy
a
upset
dream.
What I'm going to do
upstairs.
is tell him to text the guy there and see.
Yeah.
He sold you a pipe dream, bro.
But hey, to be
Notice
honest,
how he tells you an hour before you're supposed to go?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying I texted him on the way up.
Hey, yeah, I texted him actually.
Yeah.
Using your phone. I don't know the guy. But here's the thing, Ian. I never been a strip joint guy anyway.
I went once, that one strip club store.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Sit there and, hand the money. I don't know. Everyone's different. People love strip clubs. I'm not a huge strip club guy. Everything's overpriced. The drinks.
I used to be when I was a kid. But
and you got to,
it's different now, too.
You got to get at least $100 in ones and
strip. Yeah, but
you have to.
My claim to fame is I never tipped a dancer in my whole life. They took me shopping, but that's when I was a younger man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
they got you one way or another.
But here's the thing: for me, I think the whole dynamic of strip clubs changed. They're not even busy no more. There's like you walk in, they're dead because of like with the advent of OnlyFans.
Last time I went was
content creation.
a cabaret, Jenna,
and it's just
absolute.
Oh, she's a stunner.
Oh, an absolute stunner, like you
Jenna
said.
McKenna.
Jenna McKenna. She's
what a name.
Real good. Real good.
That's her real
too.
name.
Real good people too. And
sweetheart.
Oh my
beautiful.
God. Yeah, just
perfect. Like
But you know what happens when you're
obsessed.
when you're that beautiful and you dance in a place like that. You got these guys that probably just show up. They know she's there and obviously
at some point you just say to
nothing.
yourself, just give me money. I don't even want to. Just give me money.
Yeah.
Just give me money. I'm done with the whole facade.
I don't
just
want to have
money.
to act like I fucking.
Just give me money.
I'm interested in your life anymore. Just hand me the money, and just don't even speak. But yeah, she's really good people, and why wouldn't you when you're that fucking pretty? Why wouldn't you?
Right, of course, take advantage of it.
Yeah,
that's what I tell everybody. I ask them, beautiful girl.
Yeah, the window's gonna close someday.
Are you on OnlyFans? No. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I work at a bank, and the bank, honey, 6 months, you're not gonna have to worry about working at the bank.
You always hear these stories where the girl finds out like her stepfather was her biggest fucking.
Yeah, it's
subscriber.
like go get your bag, baby girl.
No, you ever hear those shit?
Well,
you find out.
creepy.
I think one girl found out it was like her own father or some weird shit.
Ian, what would if your daughter had an OnlyFans? How would you react?
Ian, let's stop this conversation right in the track. No, I mean, how would any father react? I mean, I guess it's better than finding out your daughter's on drugs or she's a prostitute. I mean, it's OnlyFans. I mean, it would be her choice, I guess. But yeah, that would kind of be fucked up because you'd start thinking, right? Oh, who's watching this? My friends or this and that. It would start. Ultimately, I guess it would be her decision. I couldn't say much, but it would definitely get in your head, right? You said that.
Yeah, get in your head. I think that's true too. Yeah.
Do you have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
I don't.
Oh, you actually have a daughter.
16.
Oh shit.
So I just talked about this on the thing we just did. She actually told me recently she still hasn't had a boyfriend, and she goes to Lowell High, then she goes to another school afterwards and learns welding. Then she works at this country club. She waits tables, and she goes, I still don't have a boyfriend because of you, because I think all guys are scumbags that just are disrespectful and can't be in a monogamous relationship and cheat on all their girlfriends. And I said,
terms of endearment.
I said, see, Jordan, that's why I do this. I don't do this for me. I do this for you, because it's true. All guys are scumbags. You probably should never have a boyfriend, Maybe you should just have a girlfriend, actually, so that way you don't have to ever worry about it. But no. But yeah, she has another boyfriend because of me. Pretty good, right? I'm playing chess. She's playing checkers, Ian.
You ever see the movie Den of Thieves?
No.
Den of Thieves?
Yeah, you got to watch it. Den of Thieves 2 just came out. There's a funny scene with 50 Cent in Den of Thieves 1 where the daughter on the prom date brings her prom date over and they all go. Like in Bad Boys. Remember where they scare the prom date?
No.
Yeah.
The original Bad Boys.
Yeah.
You
with
guys,
Sean Penn.
You guys be acting like you did 27 years in prison and just got out, Crazy, man.
Isn't Russell, what's his name in Den of Thieves? Who is it?
Denzel Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah,
that's
you got to
right.
watch it, Den of Thieves.
Yeah.
It's really
How
good.
would you feel if your daughter had an OnlyFans page?
I had an OnlyFans, so I'd be a hypocrite if I.
Yeah.
Get your bag.
What do you do on your OnlyFans?
I don't have it anymore.
What did you have it? What'd you do with it?
Everything Mike's into.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I was
gay
just,
porn? No,
what? No, that's why you stopped it. I didn't go that far.
That's a real knee slapper. Real knee slapper.
Listen, so you would actually have sex on it?
No, I didn't do all that. You just send pictures and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you have sex on it? Would you have sex on OnlyFans page?
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
Well, not with a man.
No. Come on.
Not with a man.
Johnny, of course you would, right? And then people would say stuff to me
got
like
a small
that,
dick.
right? The peace. The peace ain't no, the thing is, so many young kids watch my shit. And like I said, I have a 16-year-old daughter. When she was in fucking 7th, 8th grade, they were all sending my Snapchat story around to each other. So, you look at it different. You don't got any kids. Yeah, you'd fucking be on there fucking smashing out broads, no problem. But when you got,
Beanshooter, someone
pretty
wants to
good.
know what boy band did your ripped skinny jeans come from?
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
NKOTB.
Yeah, there you
Hey, baby.
NKOTB.
Local legends.
I
kid.
remember you used to open a cereal box and find one of those CDs in there back in the day. Or,
Sum 41.
yeah. What a time to be alive. All right, so, we've been going 55 minutes. What do you think? We go do a skit and then we'll go grab some dinner?
Yeah.
Let's do a skit. All right, sounds good.